Hello, this is Raving Rendell again, and sorry for the grainy picture, and I just sat down out of frame. How nice is that? But still on my old camera, I'm getting ready to move, so I can't afford to really spend anything, no matter how cheap a new camera costs. So I'm stuck with it as it is right now. Basically, what I wanted to talk about, and this is one of those things that sticks in your head and will not let you go. It popped into my head at about 1 a.m. in the morning, so I couldn't go on YouTube and do anything. And slept just horribly, trying to get it out of my head, and it just kept building. So it's like, okay. So, as you can see by my dish in the background, I haven't even eaten yet. It just will not let me go. So it's like, okay, I'll get it done, then I can get on with my day. This is about science. I'm not gonna lie, I have no scientific background aside from what I've seen and learned, on TV or in books or stuff like that. And I'm gonna take my glasses off because I'm getting horrible glare from my monitor. That's better. Now I can actually look at the screen and not get distracted. And this is about, it's a theory called membrane theory, or M theory. And this goes beyond the origin of the universe. This goes to the origin of the Big Bang. The way the membrane theory works is there's a flat, let's just say it's a flat sheet of paper. And that is a brain. Now, on that brain, there are multitudes of dimensions. Every time and they're all, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called. It's like the void or something. There are millions of membranes. I'm going to say millions because I hate the number infinite. Infinity is just is a concept. It cannot be a number. And it can't even be a good number because all you have to do to disprove it is add 1 to it. No matter what number it is, you can add 1 and get bigger. I don't care if it's infinity because infinity can't be an honest number. There has to be an end at some point. And for that end, you can just tack on 1, you got a whole new number, and you can just keep right on going. So that's my brief thoughts about infinity, which have no place in this. Yes, I still say a lot, but that's because I don't like scripts. So, basically what happens is you have all these membranes, and what they do is they float in this void or whatever it is. I can't remember what the technical term for it is. And a Big Bang will happen when 2 of them meet. At that point, there is a Big Bang, obviously, in both universes, or both membranes creating new universes. So my thought was, okay, this is all well and good, but they don't explain how that happens. And the first thing that came to my mind was opposites attract. Therefore, both brains must have a charge. So matter and antimatter, let's go with that one. A matter brain and an antimatter brain come together. In the explosion, 2 universes are created, 1 in each brain, with the corresponding physical laws set to that brain. Now, that's cool, but then opposites attract. If this is just an ongoing brain, what's to stop it from, going, just flowing off? 2 things. I just thought of one right now. The brains are positive, negative, positive, negative. So, bam, hit one brain, bam, hit another brain, and just keep going. Otherwise, what they could do would be like repel. Positive, positive, negative, negative. The 2 opposites attract, move out before they can hit the other ones, they're pushed back. The force basically slingshots them back into each other. It's possible. Now, I'm not saying this like I just came up with it. I'm sure somebody's come up with this by now, I just haven't heard it, and this is what went through my mind at the time. The other thing that gets me, and the other thing I was wondering about, is let's say that the brain that we're on now, the brain that this universe exists on, has a determinate set of physics to it. Would that mean that every universe spawned on this membrane, would that be the same as the universe we're in now because of the predetermined physics of the thing? Or could a crash alter things so severely, not to say they'll switch polarity? I don't think that's possible. Not without being very destructive. And given the way that everything is, if that were to happen, then those two brains in the likes repel would just never create anything again. It'd be impossible. Well, no. It'd still be possible, but it would literally be like hitting the reset button, because every universe on that brain would be destroyed if the laws of physics were to suddenly, reverse. Therefore, every universe on this brain would be turned into antimatter, and you never know, it might destroy the brain. That would be possible, I would think, with all the energy. Anyway, the point of that was, what would happen? Okay, let's say our universe flies off, spread apart, all of our little bits are going to whatever outer edge of the brain there may be. What happens at the next meeting? Would the universe created out of that just be this one? Are we doomed to just be constantly created over and over? If that's the case, what started this was déjà vu. Would memories, especially if they are akin, like say there's been umpteen billions of me, all living relatively the same life, making a lot of the same decisions, having a lot of the same life events go on. Well, if that were the case, then history being recorded on the brain, maybe, and this is what got me, maybe déjà vu isn't so much looking into the future as recalling instances from your past and showing you what happened when you took a route. Not what will happen, because it might, but given the life you've lived, there's always going to be something different, so it should be perverted in some way. But how, okay, I remembered, I went out, I had a good date with a lady. That was my déjà vu, and it could be that I've met that lady since in this lifetime. But it just never, because things went a certain, maybe I saw that, and maybe just for some odd reason I wasn't comfortable with that, so I decided to go against it. But I was wondering, maybe that isn't so much a foreshadowing as a remembrance. Remembering a set of events that happened who knows how many billions of years ago. And it could be that something from this life, if that theory holds true, will come back and show up in the next one. If indeed this is a cycle, which I would imagine if it was, and if things were recorded in that way, there'd probably be some way through the mind to tap it. If all of your molecules are in essence the same every time, there should be some link to it. So it'd be like recreating the same file over and over on a hard drive. If you don't delete it completely, those fragments are still there, and 20 years down the road, as long as you haven't formatted that hard drive, you would probably be able to get some of it if the hard drive was good enough. It would deteriorate it, obviously, but something would be there. A ghost of it would be there. So you might be able to read one line, or maybe two lines, and be like, now it wouldn't make much sense because we wouldn't have the whole document to look at. But, and this could explain dreams. I had a dream like this one time when I was in high school, where I literally dreamed the entire day in sequence of the days that I was living. I dreamed about Wednesday following a Tuesday. So, that would be possible with this theory, because that would just be a full-blown recollection. And the way I know that this happened was because at the time I was on a alternate day schedule for my schooling. I'd have PE Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and health Tuesday and Thursday. Well, I dreamed everything, every class, everything perfect. And up until that class, I was doing fine. But when I did that, then I ended up going to the class that I thought I should have gone to. But in reality, I should have gone to the other one. But that dream was just so perfect. I mean, the dream started when I woke up. It followed me through when I went to bed. I had no reason in my mind not to believe I hadn't just been through Wednesday. And given my theory, I would have. It was just one lifetime ago or whatever lifetimes ago. So, I don't know. This is usually, if you look at this is just kind of a bum channel. Even if you look at Matt Ullman In, which for reasons of Google I can't get into right now. I don't usually cover stuff like this. This is, like I said, it just hit me, and it wouldn't let me go. So there, I'm hoping it'll let me go now so I can actually eat. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to log off and try to get on with my day. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.